welcome to Diamond 4 here at North Alexander for this fast pitch game between the Faribault Falcons and Albert Lee, girls varsity fast pitch. The pitch hit over to first base, that is hit foul. Pitching for the Falcons tonight is Riley Sietsema. Leading off for Albert Lee is Maggie Olson. One strike on Maggie. Riley sets for the pitch, delivers. Fouled down and back for strike 2. Maggie steps back into the box to wait the pitch from Riley. She delivers. Must have been a little outside. From here it looked pretty dang good, but ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, must have been, well, we're not right down dead center, so it's hard to see from here, but that's why the umpire's standing there. 2-2 to Maggie. Pitch from Riley. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Riley sets, delivers. That's hit. That's a base hit up the middle. And Albert Lee has their leadoff person on. Stepping into the bat for Albert Lee, number 11, Kendra Knutson. Riley sets, pitches. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh, I thought that was outside, but he called that a delayed call strike, but that's 2 strikes to Kendra. That one, not sure where that landed. It must have been a little high, maybe outside for ball 1. Comes the pitch. A little low, a nice scoop by Olivia to keep that from getting behind her. 2-2 is the count to Kendra Knutson. There's a strike, there's a pitch just over the second baseman's glove. Fielded by Grace. Throw into second, but the slide, she's safe. I'll have runners at first and second with no outs for the Tigers. Brings Aaliyah Heidemann to the plate. Pitch from Riley. That was right down the chute. Strike 1. The pitch. A little low. Ball 1. Pitch. Low inside for ball 2. Runners at first and second. No outs. In the top of the first. The pitch. Little dribbler over, fielded by the on-deck player for Albert Lee for strike 2. Counts 2-2. The pitch. That's hit hard, line drive, foul down the left field line. Count stays 2-2. Riley steps back in. Set, pitch. That looked like a good pitch for strike number 3. One out. That brings up Hannah Scholmacher for Albert Lee. With runners on first and second. There's a strike delivered by Riley. No balls, 1 strike. Riley sets, delivers. There's a swing and a miss for a quick second strike on Hannah. Yeah, tried to get her fishing on that outside pitch. She did not go. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off her ankle. Doesn't look to have affected her much. Steps over, takes a swing. Gets ready to step back in. Receive the pitch here. Ooh, there's a good looking pitch for out number 2. That brings up Kaylee Noble, the lefty. Swings at the first pitch, strike 1. Riley gets to deliver. Strike 2. Well, Riley really settled in here and hitting some corners and hitting her spots. No balls, 2 strikes. Tries to get her going after an outside pitch. She does not bite. Takes that one for ball 1. Trying to get that low outside corner to make it hard to hit, but didn't hit it. Ball 2. 2 and 2 with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. Down low for ball 3 for full count. Full count, 2 outs. Runners are going. That one's in the dirt. Everybody's so that loads up the bases with 2 outs and brings up Nevaeh Wacholtz. And the pitch. In there, first strike. Steps back out, gets her bearings, steps back in, wait for the pitch from Riley. Tries to get that inside corner a little bit too far. 1 and 1. Comes the pitch. Yeah, that looks good. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the top of the first. See if Riley can pitch right out of this right here. Oh, he reaches out, hits a ground ball easily handled by the first baseman for the Falcons, Amira Williams, to end the inning, top of the first. All right, leading off the bottom of the first for the Faribault Falcons is Reagan Dragenberger, playing center field. She swings at the first pitch, hits it back to the pitcher, and she throws over to first for the first out of the inning. 1-3. Next at bat for the Falcons, playing left field, Amanda Cullen. The lefty stands in. Oh, that pitch was way over her head for ball 1. waits this second pitch. That one's a little high also, ball 2. Comes the pitch. Oh, that is hit hard off the pitcher's leg, fielded by third base, scoop by the first baseman. So how that would be like a 1-5-3. 1-5-3. Gordy's really going to wonder what that was. Brings up Riley Seatsma, your pitcher for the Falcons. Takes that first pitch right down the chute for strike 1. She swings at a low pitch, follows it off for strike 2. She waits the pitch, 0-2 count. She clobbers that one to right field. Drifts foul. Would have been a nice base hit, or then some, but maybe a little wind ate it. It wasn't fouled by much. Count remains 0-2 for Riley. That pitch is up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. She clobbers that one. That's coming out by us. That is hitting in the gap, the right center gap. That'll get Riley over to second base for a stand-up double with 2 outs. And Olivia Smith coming to the plate. Olivia steps in with the runner in scoring position. First pitch is high for ball 1. Steps back in. Pitch right down the chute. That's hit out here to right field and almost misjudged by the right fielder, but she tracks it down and catches it. It was a well hit ball, but that's why there's somebody there. So, all right, leading off the top of the second for Albert Lee is Taylor Johnson, the pitcher for the Tigers. That is a little liner, soft liner to second. Takes it on a 1 hopper. Struggled to get it out of her glove a little bit, but buzzed it over there for the first out. Next batter for the Tigers is Kira Erickson. Swings at the first pitch for strike 1 from Riley Seatsma. Riley sets for the next pitch. That one's a little low. Ball 1, 1-1. Pitch to Kira is up and in for ball 2. Riley delivers. That looked inside, but that's hit over to left field for a just a little blooper base hit with 1 out and a runner on first base. That will bring Hannah Austinson for the Tigers to the plate. Ivy sets. She shows bunt, but bunts that one off of her shin for strike 1. Riley sets. Delivers, shows bunt, called strike, advances the runner down to second, but No balls, 2 strikes to Hannah. And there's strike number 3. That's the 3rd strikeout by Riley, and the 2nd out of the 2nd inning. That brings up Sydney Colcott for the Tigers, playing as your flex position. That first pitch is swung on to the 3rd baseman, and she guns one over for the 5-3 putout to get the Falcons out of the inning with giving up no runs. Leading off the bottom of the 2nd for your Faribault Falcons is Amira Williams. Plays first base, wears number 7 on the back of her jersey, as Gordy would say. She swings at the first pitch, a base hit up the middle to start off the inning. And that'll bring up Emma Minnick. Plays 3rd base for the Falcons. See what coach has up his sleeve here. No outs. Didn't show any signs of anything. Takes that pitch up high for ball 1. The pitch, high and outside for ball 2 to Emma. Comes the pitch, right down the pipe. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Sets, delivers. Ooh, that one's hit hard to left field. She gets a good jump on that. Takes away that hit. I thought that would maybe had a chance to get down for a base hit, but ends up being an F7 in the book. First out of the inning, still a runner on first base, and that brings up Jamie Adamic. Plays shortstop for the Falcons. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Swinging at the 2nd pitch, falls it off over the Tigers' dugout for strike number 2. Comes the pitch. That one was up high, way to lay off that high heat. Hard to do, but she did. Let's see what she gets here. A little bit low, but she gets just enough of it, hits it foul down the 3rd base line, stays alive. The pitch. That's hit hard through the 6th hole for a base hit and move the runner up to 2nd with 1 out. That brings up Brooke Racine for the Falcons. Plays 2nd base on defense. There's number 2 on her back, takes that first pitch up high for a ball. Pitch, that's hit strong. Oh, so it's just line drive to first base. Left the runner on first base, hung out to dry for the unassisted double play by your Albert Lee first baseman. All right, leading off the top of the 3rd for Albert Lee is their leadoff hitter, Maggie Olson. He got a base hit in the 1st to lead off the game. Takes that first pitch for a strike from Riley Sietsema, who has really settled in since those first couple hits on the 1st inning. She's been pretty solid since then. Here's another ball hit to right field that is hit well, but foul ball is Grace Brazil, otherwise known to me as Trouble, since she was really young. And I still call her that. So Maggie Olson steps up for the next pitch with a 0-2 count. Oh, and there's that high heat I've talked about before. She could not lay off that. That was a good pitch for out number 1. That's a good hitter, and she got her to chase that high one. That brings up Kendra Knutson, who also got a hit in the first inning. The pitch. She hits that one solid right to the third baseman, who bobbles it and is not able to buzz it over there in time. Call that E5. That was hit pretty hard, but it was right in the glove. So I'm going to put it an E. I don't know how tough to be, but nobody cares about this book anyway, so that puts a runner on first, brings Elia Heidemann to the plate, takes ball 1. 1 out, runner on first base. Riley sets, delivers, shows bunt. It's a very nicely laid down bunt. Almost beats the run. The runner's going to third and just thrown out, trying to take an extra one. That was a very nice defensive set of plays there by the Falcons to get them out of that inning. All right, leading off the bottom of the third for the Falcons is Grace Brazil, plays right field. Takes first pitch for a ball. Steps out, stretches a little bit. Steps back in and waits pitch from. Oh, that was a crazy looking pitch. Ball 2. Looked like it maybe dropped down in there, but apparently not. No balls, 2 balls, no strikes to Grace Brazil, who swings at a low pitch for strike number 1. Grace steps in and hits a hard ball right up the middle. That the shortstop did make a diving attempt and got the glove on it, but that is a base hit in my book. Might be a little biased, but still base hit. So that brings up our leadoff batter, Reagan Dragonberg. Oh, shows bunt. Catcher throws down to try to catch Grace off guard, which kind of did, but the first baseman didn't see that happen, and she was able to beat out the throw. So that was crazy, but she's able to get the stolen base. And that was no ball, that was a strike. Whiffs at another bunt attempt for strike number 2. With a runner at second base and no outs. That is pounded through the 6th hole to left field for a base hit. It moves the runner over to third. They won't push her home. No outs yet, so a good call by the coach to keep her there. Runners at the corner. That brings up Amanda Cullen. The lefty who plays left field. Reagan takes the free base down the second. There's no throw. Runners at second and third with no outs. And she strokes a left hit to right field gap, rolls all the way here to the fence and goes under the fence for a stand-up double, which will score 2 runs. And there's still no outs. In steps Riley Sietsema, Falcons pitcher, with no outs and a runner at second base. And she swings at the first one and hits a base hit to the 6th hole. They're sending the runner, and then that throw will be cut off. The home is cut off by the pitcher, and that'll be another run for the Falcons. And a big inning starting off here for the Falcons with 3 runs in already, no outs yet. All right, that brings Olivia Smith to the plate with no outs, and she strokes a one hopper to the center fielder for a base hit. And the Falcons have a little something going here. That's 5 hits in a row. Brings up Amira Williams. Lefty looking to get her base hit here and move some runners around. Takes that first pitch for a strike. No outs. 3 runs in so far this inning for the Falcons. That one is popped straight up and out of play for strike number 2 to Amira. The pitch. That is low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mira Williams. No outs. Runners on first and second with 3 runs in this inning already. She reaches for that low outside, gets a piece of it, pops out to the third baseman for out number 1. For the Falcons, that'll bring up Emma Minnick, third baseman for the Falcons. She waits the pitch. There it is. That is right down the chute. That is popped up. The second baseman calls that one out. And just like that, we have 2 outs. Still have runners at first and second. And it brings up the shortstop, Jamie Adamic. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. That pitch is hit over to the second baseman, who fields it cleanly and gets the out at 1 to end the inning for the Falcons, but not before they score 3 runs to break the stalemate. All right, leading off the top of the 4th for Albert Lee is Hannah Schulmacher. As soon as Trouble Brazil gets her shoes tied, we can get going on this game. Here comes the pitch from Riley Sietsema. A little outside for ball 1. And the pitch is a big swing by the lefty for strike 1. Comes the pitch from Riley. Oh, that's a little bit high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, oh, that's hit really hard right out to us. That's a gapper to the fence. That'll be fielded by center fielder, throws it in. That's good. Well, that's a good throw. Good runner, so that's a leadoff double for Hannah. And with no outs and a runner in scoring position, that'll bring Kaylee Noble to the plate. She steps in to await the pitch from Riley. She holds off the high fastball for ball 1. That one's right down the chute. Oh, that was right in the 6 hole where the third baseman made the play, thought about taking out the runner, but that hesitation then didn't allow for the throw over the first, and that'll be a infield hit for Kaylee. Moves runner over to third and brings up Nevaeh walkout for Albert Lee with runners at the corner. That one is a base hit to right field. That is brought in. That'll bring in 1 run and move the runner over to third with no outs for the Tigers. And that brings up Taylor Johnson, the pitcher, and she swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back for strike 1. Runners at the corner of the pitch, outside for ball 1. Runner moves up with no throw to second. And the pitch. That is outside for ball. Runners at first or second and third, no outs. The pitch. Oh, that was called a ball. That looked like a good pitch. So that's a base on ball. Loads up the bases for Kira Erickson. Pitch from Riley Sietsema. Right down Broadway for strike 1. Right, Gordy? Right down Broadway. At least it looked like that from here. Pitch to Kira is hit foul on the third base line for strike number 2. Riley can brew up here for a strike or get a ground ball. Double play could be on depending on where it's hit or the out at home. Lots of options at this point. And the pitch is kind of a saving, make contact type swing, just in case it's a strike. It's hit foul down the right field line. Count stays 0-2. With the bases loaded, no outs. 1 run in so far this inning. The pitch. Called the ball. Must have been inside a little bit. That's a good spot to put that, try to get that ground ball. And the pitch. That was straight back off the umpire. Just got a piece of that one. One ball, 2 strikes to Kira. The pitch. Rolling inside for ball 2. Just being careful with this with the bases loaded. Try not to give her anything that she can really crush, but try to get a ground ball out of this to get an out somewhere. And there's a hit coming out here. Looks like the center. Oh, she makes a very nice catch out here in center field for out number 1. It is a sacrifice. Scores the runner from third. 3-2 game Falcon, but that was a very good stretch out to catch that ball as the wind is blowing out here and messing with it a little bit. Brings up Hannah Otteson, who hits it to third base, and she gets the unassisted double play, 5-3, to get the Falcons out of that big inning that Albert Lee was starting up. All right, leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Falcons is Brooke Racine, the second baseman. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off the bleachers for strike one. The pitch to Brooke is a little high for ball one. The pitch. Ooh, she thought about it and it was inside. She didn't like it, but it is a strike for this. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brooke. Flew out to the first baseman last inning. That one is hit down the right side as a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count. The pitch from Taylor is low, but she gets a bat on it, hits back, gets a 1-3 put out. Start off the bottom of the fourth. That brings up Grace Brazil. Had a base hit to right field in the last inning, in the 3rd inning, and they had a big inning, almost batted around that inning. He swings at the first pitch, hits it foul down 3rd base side for strike number 1. Steps in for the pitch. A little high for ball 1, 1-1 to Grace with 1 out in the bottom of this 4th inning. There's a pitch swung on, fouled straight back for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Warming up in the on-deck circle, waiting to see what Grace does here. She hits one hard to shortstop, who has a little bobble, and that was enough to allow Grace to make it over to first. We're going to call it an E6. Sorry, Grace, but that's an E. But nonetheless, you're on base and brings up your leadoff batter playing center field, Reagan Dragenberg. Pitch to Reagan, just hit hard here to, oh, that's off the very top of the fence here in right field. And that's a double with Grace moving over to 3rd. Oh, that was inches from a home run. We had a good look at that one and that was clobbered. It had a chance, I thought it was gonna go, but nonetheless, with 1 out, we have runners on 2nd and 3rd. And lefty Amanda Cullen at the plate. She swings at the first pitch, hits it straight up. The catcher is able to make that play. Now with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, it brings up Riley Sietsema, who has a double in the 1st inning and a single in the 3rd inning. See if she can get another one here to score a couple runs. First pitch is a strike to Riley Sietsema, our Faribault Falcons pitcher. Takes that pitch low and inside for ball 1, 1-1 with 2 outs. That one is clobbered right back out here for a gapper here to right center field. That'll score 2 runs, and that will under the fence for a ground rule double for Riley. The fence is terrible. That scores a couple runs. That brings up Olivia Smith with 2 outs and a runner at second. The pitch. Fouled straight back. For a strike. And the pitch. A little high for ball. The pitch to Olivia is hit. Second baseman charges it, barehands it, gets the out at 1. But not before the Falcons add a couple runs. All right, starting off the top of 5, I show Cindy Colcott, I think, number, no, how am I off? That's number 11, that's Kendra. How that could have been. I got something messed up here. Oh yes, that's where it is. That's where I messed it up. Yeah, but that should bring Maggie Olson to the play, so something way off here. Well, regardless, she lays down a very good bunt. It throws over a low throw. She's able to beat that out. Yeah, I don't know what I messed up here, but I'm going to give her a hit on that. Takes her first pitch for a strike. Aaliyah does. Well, that was hit well out here to center field, but Reagan's got a beat on that for the first out. And that brings up Hannah Schlomacher, I believe. I don't know if they didn't play their flex player. I'm not sure how that works, but there's a pitch in the dirt, handled nicely. Ball 1. Keeps the runner over there at first. And the pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1. The pitch from Riley, a little high. There goes the runner. The throw down is not caught and allows the runner, Kendra, to move over to third. Stolen base and then an error. So with 1 out, we have Albert Lee has a runner on third. And Schulmacher at the plate. Pitch. Rolling outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, that is popped way up. Second baseman is backing up. Makes the catch. Keeps the runner at third. That was much needed by the Falcons. No sac fly there. So with 2 outs, that brings up Kaylee Noble for the Tigers. And the pitch is right down the chute. Strike number 1. And the pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on third. pitch. Well, I don't know what part of the bat she hit that with, but it didn't make any noise. It's a foul ball regardless. I was hoping it wasn't off her hand, but she'd be shaking if it was. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on third. Big strikeout here. Keep that runner over there. Save that run. Got a couple pitches to play with, so she tries to get her biting on an outside pitch, but no go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one's low. Now we got a full count here for Kaylee Noble. And the pitch. Oh, she caught that outside corner she was looking for strike 3. To end that inning and leaving a runner stranded in scoring position. All right, leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Falcons is Amira Williams, who smacks a base hit to left field to start off the bottom of the 5th. All right, next up the bat, Emma Minnick, who pops her first pitch up, and the little miscommunication between the pitcher and the catcher, but the spin on the ball hits the ground and rolls foul for strike 1. A lot of yelling there. That should have been an easy out, but that happens. So now with no balls, 1 strike to Emma. Swings at the next pitch for strike 2. And the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. She did not swing at that. Very nice to take that pitch. It's hard to lay off, but she did. Emma stands in there. Oh, that one's a little high. She was a little jumpy on that one, but she laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes with the runner on first and no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. He swings at that low pitch and out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Well, there's another fall down the right side as she keeps on swinging to stay alive. The count remains 2-2 to Emma Minnick. That's a low and inside pitch for full count here. No outs and runner on 1. That was hit hard here right to the center fielder, who just had to take a couple steps back to catch that for out number 1. And that brings up Jamie Adamic. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. Steps back in to wait pitch. That is low. And the pitch. Swung on foul down the third base line. For a count of 2 balls and one ball, 2 strikes. Umpire keeps moving around. I have to move around with him. There's a base hit to right center. Actually, call that a gap. That would move. Nope, that is a fielded quickly by the right fielder. Moves Amir over to third. Jamie stays at first, being it was hit to right field. So with one out, we got runners at the corner, and Brooke Racine coming to bat. Brooke grounded to the pitcher last at bat. The pitch. And outside, runners not going for ball one. Swung on, hit to the pitcher. Out at one. Amir gets under the tag at home to score a run. So that'll go down as a sacrifice for Brooke. And it also moved Jamie over to third, so we have 2 outs. Runner at third, and brings Grace Brazil to the plate. Grace got on an air last inning and hit the inning before that. It was a hard hit ball, but it was an air. See what she has this time. She swings at the first pitch that is fouled straight back for strike number 1. And the pitch fouled straight back for strike number 2. Now Grace is going to have to guard. Oh, in trouble. Gets a base hit. I'm going to give a base hit. That was hit hard. It was off the edge of the glove of the second baseman. But that was a tough play. One will give her a hit and an RBI for the second run of the game for the Falcons, or of the inning, I'm sorry. And that'll gets back to the top, but Emily Dragenberger takes first pitch low for ball 1. That taking ball 2. The pitch swung on, fouled to her teammate in the on deck circle. 2 balls, 1 strike to Reagan. Takes that pitch up high for ball 3. They're being careful with Reagan. She's having a good game here with hitting the ball hard, and had a double last at bat that was just inches from going over this net for a home run. And she draws the walk, puts runners at first and second. And brings up Amanda Cullen. The lefty plays left field, steps in for the pitch, swings, hits a hard shot to the second baseman, who goes to her knees to stop that well hit ball for the 4-3 putout, but not before the Falcons score 2 runs to make it a 7-2 game. That's a ball. I'm a little concerned. It looks like, looks like there's something messed up again. Like that ball is hit high to the third baseman and caught. Let's see. All right, nope. So I'm a little punchy after the last inning. I thought that was a 7. Who's the next player? Now, how could I mess up 2 in a row? If I did. but I did not this time, thankfully. So that's the first out. That was Nevaeh walkout, flies to the third baseman. This is Taylor Johnson, the pitcher. Takes first pitch high, ball one from Riley Sietsema. And the pitch. Just gets a piece of it, but fouls it off. Regardless, it's strike one, so it's 1-1. And the pitch. That one low for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike to Taylor Johnson, the pitcher for the Albert Lea Tigers. There's a good pitch, swung and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. There's a little roller down the first base. And I thought she maybe would have had a chance to run up and field that and make that out, but apparently not. So that just goes down to the foul ball, stays 2-2. Coach isn't getting after her, so I'm guessing it was foul the whole way, but there's a pitch down low. Pitcher works this at bat to a full count. And the pitch is fouled down the third base line. Now she's getting to spend her time in the batter's box on this at bat. Usually that's a good sign. If the pitcher gets to see a lot of pitches, they can come off with a hit, see what Riley can do here. Oh, and throws the high heat at her and gets her swinging. For out number 2, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 6 strikeouts for Riley Sietsema of the Falcons. Here's Kira Erickson. Swings at the first pitch, strike 1. Swing or no swing, that looked like a strike to me. So might as well swing. Next pitch. Ooh, that's a tough one to swing at there, low outside corner. That's a perfect pitch if you're a pitcher and a terrible pitch if you're a batter. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Oh, just signaled outside, but sometimes that's how you mow down an inning there, but it must have been outside enough that ump did not give that to her. The next one, she moves in a little bit, she popped up to the infield, and Riley backs up, gets a little bracing from her second baseman and makes the catch for out number 3 and move into the bottom of the 6th. All right, leading off the bottom of the 6th for your Faribault Falcons is the pitcher, number 5, Riley Sietsema. Takes first pitch for a ball. Next pitch is hit hard, fielded cleanly by the third baseman for a 5-3 put out. That was a well hit ball, a well fielded ball, a well thrown ball. That was a good play altogether by everyone involved. That brings up Olivia Smith, the catcher for the Falcons. Takes first pitch for a ball. Next pitch is hit. Oh, another great play by the infield of the Tigers. The shortstop kind of lays out, going to her left. Snags that ball and throws over. That ball hit so hard that the runners aren't even close when they buzzed over, but another nice run of hit, catch and throw. That first pitch to Amira Williams is called a strike. That one's hit up the middle. That one's going to get through just off the pitcher's glove. That's going to be a hit. That's another. Amira got to hit her last at bat. That's 3 hits for Amira tonight. That's a very good night. That'll bring up Emma Minnick with 2 outs and a runner at first. See what Emma can do here. Takes that pitch up high. That one's fouled back. That ball's hit hard to the third baseman, who, whoa, there's a little controversy there. It was bobbled a little bit, but it hit so hard, and it was a good throw over to first, but she's called safe. We're going to call that an E5, even though it was hit. Now, you know what? That was hit very hard. We're going to make that a base hit. Emma, a tough play. And this brings up Jamie Adamick, takes first pitch for a strike with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Jamie takes that pitch up high for a ball. Pitch to Jamie is in the dirt, but catcher keeps that in front of her. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's hit well out here. The center fielder's underneath it for the 3rd out. So the Falcons strutting a little bit there, but are not able to come away with any runs. So the score remains 7-2 going into the top of the 7th. All right, leading off the top of the 7th here for the Tigers is Hannah Austinson. We get the Reagan and Grace out here in outfield to stop dancing and get the game going here because they're having a lot of fun in this game. First pitch is called a ball, must have been a little outside. Sietsema's next pitch. She shows bunt, lays down a dandy bunt, and she is, oh, and a very, very good play by Riley to let that roll fall because she really was motoring down that line. She might have been able to beat that off. So count is 1-1, or 1-1, 1-1. Pitch, shows bunt again. That hit her in the hand, but that's not a hit batter. When you square around for a bunt and it hits your hand, that's not the pitcher's deal. So that is a foul ball, strike 2. Yep, I bet you that hurt. She's shaking her hand a little bit, but getting back in there. You got 1 ball, 2 strikes. So she should not be bunting on this one, but never say never. And the pitch. Takes that as a down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hannah. Pitch from Riley. Inside. Makes a full count here for the leadoff batter in the top of the 7th for the Tigers, Hannah Austinson. And the pitch is up high for base on balls, but she's a fast runner. She threatens, as that was a pass ball, to go down to second, but a quick throw by Olivia keeps her at first, and that'll bring up Maggie Olson, the leadoff hitter for the Tigers. Swings at the first pitch. For strike one. Not happy with herself, either not happy that she missed it or not happy that she swung, but either way, not happy. Oh. Throw down to first, get that runner back, but that is called strike two. In this top of the seventh, in this 7-2 game, when the show has the Falcons up. So 3 outs could end this. Ooh. Seems to me that that pitch has been called a strike before, but again, we are out in center field here, so my vision isn't what it used to be. Stays alive with that swing, and 1 ball and 2 strikes to Maggie Olson, the leadoff batter for the Tigers. Riley gets a little rosin on the hand for this pitch, so helps take care of this leadoff batter. She's the leadoff batter for a reason. She's swinging that bat and she's a good hitter, but she just gets a piece of that one enough to stay alive. And the pitch. It's popped up. Shortstop goes back. She's underneath it for out number 1. Brings up Kendra Knutson, a center fielder for the Tigers, who had a base hit. Last at bat, she swings at the first pitch, follows it off the right side for strike number 1. And the pitch. Ooh, that's called strike. That's a dangerous throw down the first. It was in the dirt, but a good job of keeping that in front of her, catching it. No balls, 2 strikes to Kendra Knutson. And the pitch. Swings at that right in front. The catcher, it's a 1-3 put out by the catcher, pushes the runner down to second with 2 outs. And Aaliyah Heidemann at the plate. Oh, she hits that inside corner for strike number 1. That one has some heat on it. Oh, that one's hit hard to the third baseman, who fields it cleanly, makes a very nice throw over to first to end this game. In the top of the 7th, with the Falcons winning over the Albert Lea Tigers 7-2.